them unattire in threads that won't expire. I'm in a class of my own, my teacher got fired.
What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another album review. I'm doing the free Weezy album. Wayne gave us this album. If you want to go check it out, go on TIDAL. You can't go on iTunes to download it for free. You just have to go on that TIDAL, or if you just want to listen to it, go on YouTube. We all know what's going on with him and Birdman. Birdman is not trying to release the Carter 5. So right now they're like in court battling, and I guess, you know, Birdman has the rights and the claim copy to all his work, because he was, when he dropped the album, he was making the album, he was signed with Birdman. So Birdman, I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but hopefully, you know, Wayne gets it, fixes it, like, you know, he handles all of that for us, and hopefully he could get us Carter 5 within the next couple weeks or months or whatever the case may be. But I heard there's a rumor saying that Wayne signed with Rockefeller, which is a pretty good move for Wayne, because, you know, obviously his Hov, so, you know, that was a good move for Lil Wayne. But this album here was just a project that Wayne was willing to put out for his fans while we're, you know, going through this whole beef with him and Birdman and the whole company, and not releasing Carter 5, which he really wants to release. And so he just gave us this, and, you know, me, I wasn't too excited about it. I mean, I was just like, okay, this is going to be something, like, this is going to sound like a mixtape. This is like a Sorry for the Wait, and that's kind of like what this is, you know. This album, to me, is like a mixtape that's called an album. You know, this album really didn't sound like an album to me. It sounded more of like a mixtape a little, you know, but not too much of a mixtape, because when you know, Wayne mixtapes is, you know, it's just, you know, beating him, punchline Wayne, punchline Wayne, punchline Wayne, you know, more, okay, I take that back, because more of this album was kind of more, you know, had mellows, you know, featuring with like girls singing and the hooks, and it was kind of like, okay, kind of like a little album feel to it. But this album to me wasn't. This album was good, but it wasn't great. You know, this definitely has a lot of bad songs on this album. But again, this album is good enough to be better than I'm Not a Human Being 2, because I'm Not a Human Being 2 was trash, man. I don't care what y'all say. That album was terrible, man. But this, but Carter 4 is better than this though. So, you know, this isn't his best work since Carter 3, like everybody says. Like, I still feel like Carter 4 is better than this, just because Carter 4 has better songs than this. But again, like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and bash this album, because he does have good songs. Like, you know, I really enjoyed Glory, Murder. You know, I like that song. You know, I'm Jamaican, so, you know, he had like the, you know, the guy, you know, in the hook, you know, with that Jamaican style to it. And I love, you know, I'm Jamaican, so, you know, I love that. I love that song. That's actually a dope record. And I like the guy that I was featuring inside the in the song. Man, I forgot his name, but if y'all know, shout him out, man. Put him in the comments. He had a good verse. You know what I'm saying? White Girl with Jeezy. That was another tough song. Like, I bumped to that. I ride to that song. Like, that's a real good song. It's Jeezy, man. Him and Wayne, of course. You know, but then there was just some songs that were just bad. Like, you know, I'm just looking at this track list right now. Like, it's like, you know, it's just some songs Wayne, he just like doesn't sound focused. Like, on some of these tracks he does sound focused. You know what I'm saying? Like Psycho, not Psycho. What am I saying? Glory, he was going in. It was punchline Wayne, punchline Wayne, punchline Wayne. You know what I'm saying? He was actually sounding focused on some of these songs, but then it was kind of like, you know, a lot of songs he fell off, and he was just like, okay, I'm just gonna just give him a song. Like, I'm that nigga. Like, that was an unfocused Wayne. It was kind of like, oh, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, that's something a 16-year-old kid would rap about, man. It's just like, I'm that nigga, I'm that nigga, I'm that. It got annoying. It's just like, you know, that's a song that I'll do without. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why? Like, that track was so simple. It was so simple. It wasn't nothing to the song, you know. Like, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. Like, I'm that nigga about to skip this track, because, like, this joint is just, I'm not getting that from the song. It's just like, okay, like, next track, you know. It's just, Since I mentioned Psycho, like, yeah, that song, I mean, I feel like Wayne is trying his hardest to be weird, man. Like, that song was so weird. Home was like talking about um how he would like him, sniffing his girl panties while she in the shower and she don't even know it. Like, he was just saying like mad, like, weird stuff. It's kind of like home he trying his hardest to be weird. Like, Wayne, stop. Like, that's not you. Like, stop trying to be weird. Like, I don't know why he even made that track, man. Even the stuff he was saying, man. Even if I was like that to my girl, well, I don't have a girlfriend, but all y'all single girls, so I'm playing. I got a girl I talk to, but even if I was chilling at the house or something, and that's how I am or something, like, I would never put that out. Like, I wouldn't tweet that to no, like, I would not bring that. I wouldn't tell that to the world about myself, because that's weird, whatever. But Wayne is his own person. He likes being honest, so. That's him. But that song is just like, why listen to the song? Like, I would not bump this song at all. It's just kind of weird. Like, what's the reason for it? There was just some songs that were just bad. I mean, even again with He's Dead, the song, I love Wayne rapping on it, but I didn't like that girl singing the hook. In the intro, even when the intro started, I was like, I'm probably not gonna like this song. I mean, it was bad. It kind of threw me off. Like, I love Wayne rapping on that song, but I'm probably never gonna listen to it because I can't listen to the song, man. I don't like the song. So Wayne, I think that that song is being introspective. He's talking about Cash Money and him leaving, and Cash Money, basically saying, like, Cash Money is dead, that's dead to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to move on with his life and get past Cash Money. He's done, with Cash Money. Again, he's referring to Birdman. I wish he could have done that more, but I guess he addressed all of the situation on Sorry for the Wait too, so I guess he didn't really do much on this album. But this album, it seemed like the content was more like, again, he had the song Feeling Good, and then he had the song Living Right. I feel like, why do you have to make the song Living Good? I mean, why do you have to make the song I Feel Good if he made Living Right? Like, it's the same concept. You know what I'm saying? He should have stuck with Living Good, because he's talking about, I got money and I'm making money with my eyes closed, and I got money, I have nothing to worry about and stuff like that. I'm living good, I'm living good. We all know the concept of what he's saying, You didn't even have to break down the lyrics to that song, So I don't, Feel Good, he could have threw that, like, he could have not put that on the album. It was just stupid. But, Living Right, what is it? I said Living Good, right? Living Right, my fault. That's me. Even with Wiz, like, that song, like, again, that song is bad to me, at least from Wiz, man. Wayne, he did it, he had a good verse, but then, man, Wiz Khalifa, man, how he was talking about, you already know what he was talking about, smoking weed and all this, man. Wayne should have got somebody else to do that song, because Wiz was on some bull, man. That was a disappointing song, a verse from Wiz Khalifa. I don't know, he was like on high as a kite when he was right. Well, he always high as a kite when he rhyming on tracks, but Wiz had a bad verse, man. And I mean, I know Wiz is not a lyricist or whatever, but still, man, that joint was just bad. So disappointed from Wiz, because I'm a Wiz fan, so it was just disappointing, man. Disappointing. There's nothing I can say about it. It was just bad. Without You, that's actually a dope record. I love the melody. I like how, him and that girl was, she was doing the singing, he was rapping, and he was really, it was content. He's being potent, and talking about his feelings towards this girl. I don't know if he's talking about Christina Milian or maybe a girl in his past, but that's actually a dope record. That should be a radio song, in my opinion. That's a dope record. I mess with it. Pull Up was dope. Yeah, man, I already got like White Girls with Jeezy. That was dope, but it's hard. It's hard to really talk about this album because there's not really much to talk about. He didn't really do much. I mean, he closed out the album with Pick Up Your Heart, and that was with him auto-tune, and it was just bad. Like, again, I don't think Wayne was really focused on this album, and it was just kind of like, let me just put this out. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple hard songs, but this wasn't focused. Like, this doesn't sound like an album. It sounds like a mixtape. Wayne doesn't sound focused. It's really not like, the only time he was being introspective is when he was talking about a female. That's pretty much it. But really what you got from this was him talking about, he was just being a weirdo, man. Him being weird and shit. And then, him being in love, well, not in love, but him being with this chick, and that's pretty much he was really being introspective of, but he wasn't really talking about nothing. It wasn't, you know, he didn't really talk too much about Birdman. You know, he threw shots here and there on his album, but it wasn't a lot, and you know, nothing really excited me. I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some of the bars was hard, you know what I'm saying? You know, he didn't hit a home run with, because he does have a couple whack verses on this album, you know. It's not right here and that right now, but, you know what I'm saying? But that's okay, because you're not going to hit a home run with every single verse, you know what I'm saying? But Wayne definitely stepped up his, you know, Wayne got bars, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Wayne is whack. I'm not saying he's a whack rapper. I truly respect Lil Wayne. I respect a lot. I grew up on Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on Lil Wayne. But this album to me didn't sound focused. I'm giving this album a 4 because, again, the production wasn't all that great to me. The production was you know, some of the beats wasn't that good to me. But then again, hey, I like some of the tracks. Like, again, I'm gonna go with, you know, Glory, Murder, Pose, Bail, Ballin', White Girl. I mean, that's pretty much the songs I really like. Now, this album really doesn't have you know, repeat value for me, but this album to me is good, but it's not great. It's not amazing. It's not one of his best projects. It's definitely better. I'm Not a Human Being 2, but it's, you know, it's not better than Carter 4 or anything like that. So you guys tell me what you guys think. It's not really much to say about this album, but again, if you're a Lil Wayne fan, you might like this album, or you might like a couple songs. But if you're not, like me, I only like 4 songs out of 17 tracks, 16 tracks. So you guys tell me what you guys think. You know, I don't know what else to really say. You know, this album it didn't hold me, it didn't grasp me that much. You know, but if you're a Lil Wayne fan, you're gonna like this album. So again, you know, I like Lil Wayne. I'm not saying he's whack. I'm not saying he's corny. I'm a big Lil Wayne fan. So that's it for this album review. I got more coming out for you, more content. So yeah, man, check out my previous album reviews. I'll have more coming for you guys. So keep it cool, stay classy, peace.